Shut up!
Hello everybody, I'm RuudDevil, welcome back to another Warhammer 3 cast. We are on the Death Pass, one of the most simplest domination maps, but one of the most fun. You've got these trees for stealth, you've got the high ground for ambushes, and you've got the Death Clump, the Kill Zone, the Kill Box. Today, we have the Ogre Kingdoms versus the Foul Nurgle. This guy doesn't even bring in a Lord, instead he brings in double Iron Blaster. I don't even think I need to tell you just how fucking broken this unit is. 20 ammunition, 1.5k missile strength, it fires a cluster shot, so 1.5k, that's just the tip of the fucking spear. In addition, he's rocking 4 Gorges. These guys are the best monstrous infantry in the game. They have Vanguard, they have Stalk, they have Unbreakable, they have Frenzy, they have 110 armor pissing damage. They literally piss excellence. I said piss twice and now 3 times and I regret it. This is the most evil Ogre Kingdoms combo. Let us see what Nurgle can do. We have... oh god, he brought Nurglings. This is going to be hilarious. Nurglings with their poison attacks means that not only do they actually win a lot of engagements, but they have a fantastic time doing it. To back them up, we've got the Meaty Boys, the Forsaken of Nurgle. Imagine devoting yourself to chaos and looking like this. Hey, I've got this disease, but it's okay. I can live with it. Also, I have crab arms. I don't quite get it, but that's Warhammer for you. Also, the Beast of Nurgle. I don't know the price of these. They suck. Everyone brings them. They must be cheap. They've also got 3 eyes and a mouth. It kind of creeps me out. Spawn of Nurgle. They're unbreakable. They actually... I used to rate them because they're unbreakable, but, I mean, I guess on Domination, that's a really good attribute. But against these Gorges, I think they're just going to collapse. And leading the line is a Cultist of Nurgle. Someone's a Plague Bearer. Cloud of Flies. And that's about it. Alright. Well, let the games begin. Nurgle, clever start. He's going through the forest to obstruct line of sight so these Iron Blasters don't get any value. Noblars are so cheap, he literally spammed them out immediately. And Noblars, how fast are Noblars actually? 35 speed, respectable. I feel like CA did a good job of making Chaff a lot more valuable. Like, obviously they're gonna die, and they're there just as meat shields. But one thing to notice with Warhammer 3 is that in Warhammer 2, range damage was king. I don't know what it is about just the Chaos factions, but it seems melee damage is king. And it just seems to be so dominant, so I think that's why Chaff is just a lot better. Because before they just get mowed down. Anyway, these Gorges, looking like something from Planet of the fucking Apes, they're in the middle. But they don't need to worry, because aside from the Soul Grinder, I don't think Nurgle has many range damage. So they can just sit here and invite the enemy in. I feel like we're on slow-mo, but we're not. We're just... It's a very slow start. Noblars are going to head to point 3. The Ogres will probably cap point 1. Or, sorry, point 2. And Nurgle, unless he's got some really killer reinforcements... he's gonna have to send something to 2 points. So, I think Gorges should be able to beat a lot of this. Maybe Nurgle will overwhelm with sheer numbers. Forsaken aren't anything to sniff at. But maybe he's got some Ogre Pistols in reserve. And that could basically shoot through those Forsaken. And this is the slowest I've ever seen a game. This is actually kind of funny. Not even the Iron Blasters have started firing. He must have seen them by now. He's actually pointing them the other way. Was he expecting a flank? Did he think that there was some Vanguard deployment there? That's possible. Anyway, points are going to open up in 20 seconds. The slowest start. This is hilarious. Ogres are nothing without their Noblars. You heard it here first. Because there is a Noblar loading the ammo in the back. He's making sure it all works. There goes the cluster shot. Look at the damage, man. They're actually pretty fast as well. So that's another advantage they have over traditional siege. You can flank around and then get a crazy shot. And there go the beloved Nurglings doing their job well as the meat shield. The poison is immediately applied. And there goes the other Iron Blaster canister shot. Cultist of Nurgle. He's already got sundered armor, actually. I don't think it's worth... Well, what the hell is that going? Oh, he's hitting more. I guess they're engaged in melee. Alright, Chaos Fury's flying in, trying to hit the Iron Blasters, trying to stop them. Ogre Man-Eaters coming in to immediately save their siege. The Iron Blasters should actually be okay here. We've got a Cultist of Nurgle from the enemy team going straight for the enemy. He's summoning some Plague Bearers. If he can just put more pressure on these Iron Guts, then maybe the Chaos Furies can do more damage, but judging by the health of the Iron Blasters, it doesn't seem like it's going to work. Oh, and Gorgeous catch the Cultist of Nurgle out in the open. Needs to worry about that. Furies immediately fly in to save their lord. Their lord is on horseback, so he should be okay. And I just love watching an enemy of chaos, or a servant of chaos being dwarfed by these massive hulking ogres. Well, this little play here has actually bought him some time because these Iron Blasters aren't firing. You just saw how much value they got out of those little shots there. It's why anytime Turin hosts his tournaments, he has Gorger and Iron Blasters capped. Anyway, these Gorgers... No, that's the Cultist on half health. These Gorgers are actually getting low, but they haven't lost a single unit over there. They lost 2 over there. He's got Chaos Furies hitting them in the back, although they're beginning to crumble. And now, actually, pretty wounded Spawn of Nurgle as well. He needs to get the Iron Blasters firing at these Spawn of Nurgle, because this could be really bad. Point 2 actually hasn't fallen to anyone yet. Really well played by Nurgle. They are now healing. They are now healing for 1% of their health and regaining their vigor. And the Gorgers, because of that just amazing heal and that poison debuff, the best monstrous infantry in the game, are getting fucking destroyed here. And really well played by Nurgle. He bided his time. He's like, well, why should I sit in the middle for 3 minutes getting shot at by Iron Blasters? We'll keep him off edge, or keep him on edge, and then we'll go in as the timer goes up. Cultist of Nurgle, look at that heal. He was looking really bad as soon as the battle started. But he's managed to heal up. Spawn of Nurgle, looking a little worse for wear, but he's got he's got 1 Gorger, actually. Actually, I think he got both the Gorgers. This might be the 3rd one. Anyway, Iron Blasters. They need to start getting in better formation. He needs to start sending in these Iron Guts. Nurgle now has control of 2 points to the Ogre Kingdom's 1, and even then, their 3rd kingdom is under siege. Cultist of Nurgle ran straight into the enemy army, but he don't care. He just fucking heals for days. Anyway, here are the Iron Fists. I don't think Iron Fists are that strong. I think Ogre Pistols would actually be kind of strong. There goes the Sundered Armor immediately. And I'm not sure these guys are going to do much damage. Maybe he spent all of his money on the Gorges and on the Iron Blasters. He had to sort of settle for the lower tier Ogres. But certainly Ogre Pistols, I know for sure, are really strong. Anyway, Nurglings will just make short work of Noblars. The poison debuff pretty much guarantees that. And the melee specialist on his Pestilence Warhorse, which I think is so badass. I mean, look at that. He's covered in puffs. It is so disgusting. And the mobility of Chaos Furies going into full effect there. So basically, point 3 is about to fall. We could see a triple cap here. Iron Blasters. Let's have a look at what they're sitting on. 60 kills, 53 kills. I think they're aiming for the Spawn of Nurgle here. A Great Beast has now emerged with another Cultist. So, double heroes seem to be a really effective tool against these ogres. And the Sundered Armor that's being applied to these Gorges is really undoing them. Monstrous Infantry, their biggest weakness is that they're smaller entity units. And so you just need to find ways to do a lot of damage in like a single attack. Because then you can just delete an entire unit with each strike. And there was a time when Gorges would rule all. I have to give credit where credit is due. Nurgle is just outplaying this Ogre Kingdom's player really well. Even the Beast of Nurgle is hardly taking any damage. And more Iron Guts. With that poison debuff, they're not going to get much done. A second Beast of Nurgle's here. Ogre Kingdoms are rushing for point 1 now. Surrounded by Forsaken and more Nurglings. With Chaos Furies on the way. The trouble with this point is that it's closer to the enemy capture zone. But point 3 has fallen. And let's see how Forsaken of Nurgle deal against these Iron Guts. Iron Guts are damage dealers. Forsaken, what's their armor sitting at? 85? Well, I think we found something these Iron Guts are good against. They're putting that damage dealer trait to the test here. There goes the poison debuff. Actually, with the Chaos Furies attacking them in the rear, it could actually make the difference despite there being 2 of them. And I think the Nurglings might just be icing on the cake here. 3,000 points for Nurgle. More Nurglings coming in. So basically, Ogres are just being outfought and outnumbered here. Forsaken are making sure that these Iron Blasters can't shoot. Basically, what he needed to do is he could have been more mobile with the... He could have been more mobile with the Iron Blasters. If you move it along the flank and then shoot across, you could just basically wipe out an entire Nurgling unit in 1 or 2 volleys. I think Nurgle's done a really good job of moving his Chaos Furies because it's basically harassed a lot of his strong units, so it makes it a lot harder for the Ogres to micro because there's so much going on. Anyway, Gorge's fighting back. Nurgle is actually routing here. We'll should probably see the crumble soon, actually. There is a win. One of these Gorges. Actually, there's 2 Gorges here. Okay. And I think he's going to crumble. I think the Lord will go down, but the point victory is just way too much now. And I was so impressed with that start. He gave no value to those Iron Blasters. He took a few volleys, but just that little distraction was enough to completely offset them. So there's a lesson there. You put a little bit of pressure, you might not kill the Iron Blasters, but if you stop them firing, then that's the job half done. Reinforcements coming in, but this game is effectively over. A glorious triple cap. And now we've got more Forsaken of Nurgle coming in. And now it's just Forsaken and Nurglings following it up. That beast is on full health. This cultist is on near full health. Yeah, these man-eaters are basically trying their best. He needs to maneuver these Iron Blasters. They're not getting any value here. They're not going to shoot through their own troops. They aren't orcs, unfortunately. Yeah, I think it's just a lack of mobility on these Iron Blasters. That's also adding to his defeat. Anyway, last roll of the dice. The game's gonna be over though. These Gorges are way too late. And that was a decisive victory for the forces of Nurgle. I don't want to be too critical. I think this is a case of he saw how much attention Iron Blasters were getting. He saw, as I said at the beginning, just how strong Gorges are. So he thought, you know what? How hard can it be? I can do it too. Well, before the might of Nurgle, it seemed he could not. That was a really entertaining game. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. There'll be more casts coming. Lots of variety now. Lots of different RTS games we're planning on doing. And I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'll see you all next time. Peace out. Goodbye.